to the Margarita, the Mental Margarita Show.
Okay, thank you for having me.
This is kind of crazy. You know, I said Margarita before I said mental. I think my mind is telling me something.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere.
The Raiders are playing. I think I need a margarita.
Right?
I'm getting pumped up. So how are you feeling this evening?
I'm feeling really good. Been busy, doing a lot, accomplishing a lot. So I'm pretty good.
That's fantastic. You know, I think it's an absolute pleasure for us to have you on the show. I see that you do a lot of work, and let's start talking about that. First, a little brief background on you. Are you originally from California?
Yes, sir, I am. I was born and raised in the Bay Area, San Francisco Bay Area, in a town called San Leandro. So the Raiders are my home team.
Wow, that's cool. So are you really close with your family?
Very close. My mother lives with me. My fiance lives with me. Yeah, we're all one little unit, and then my brother and family's here close within driving distance.
That's fantastic. Now, do you have any military background?
Yes, sir, I do. I spent 4 years in the United States Army as a personnel secretary, a supervising secretary. Yeah, I would get soldiers from one duty station to the next, depending on their MOS. I had the security clearance to get them there and to process their paperwork to get them to where they needed to go.
Wow. Well, I first want to say thank you so much for your service.
It was my honor, sir, and it's still my honor to continue to serve.
That's fantastic. Now tell me about the serving that you're doing now. I see the American Legion Post 83.
No, Post 491.
Oh, okay. So it's Post
Diamond
83
Series.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Tell me a little bit about that.
I am the current post commander for Series Post 491.
Okay.
Excuse me. We do a lot of community work. We are considered a dry post per se. We do not have a bar. We don't have a lounge. So my post runs a lot more efficiently, I feel.
Right.
Yeah, we don't have a lot of the drama that a lot of the posts do.
Oh gosh.
When there's alcohol involved, there's always issues. So we prefer to stay away from that. We're not a group that gets together to tell old wartime stories. We're very active in the community. Currently, we have been presiding over honor guard services for our fallen veterans that have gone to post everlasting. And we're in the process of writing a resolution because the national cemeteries right now are having us stand over 200 yards away during the services, where the family can't hear taps.
Wow.
We can't hear the commands for us to be able to fire the weapons.
Not good.
So no, and then we have to give the flag to a representative of the cemetery to present to the family. And that's a dishonor and disgrace, an absolute disgrace. So we're trying to get that passed where it goes to Congress, not just Congress, but for national, to recognize it, that this is what we do and this is what we provide as an honor. There is no discrepancies whatsoever that should be involved in it. It is us to provide that, or the military. Sometimes at the national cemeteries, the military actually has honor guard that are dressed in full uniform, that are active duty soldiers that do this. Right. And they can't even be there and do it that way either.
Wow.
So now, we need to change that.
Let me ask you something. Is this an uphill battle, or
it is?
Really? So it is.
Yeah, we have to go through the Department of California, first of all, with the American Legion. Then it has to go to national of the American Legion, because the national can be the only one that pushes this for it to get passed, that this cannot be, that we are the ones that provide the services. That's what we were enacted for in the first place.
Wow.
Yeah. So yeah, there's a lot doing. And then, like I said, we're busy with the color guard, posting colors at schools, teaching schools, elementary grade, junior high grade, the proper etiquette of the flag, how the flag was, the California flag came about. We do a lot of that. We did a parade last weekend We were
Wow.
the lead of the parade. We won second place in that parade. We didn't know we were being voted
Hey,
on.
come
So yeah.
on.
Yeah, it
Now
was a
we're
nice
talking.
surprise.
Can't
Yeah, it
beat
was a
that,
nice
baby.
surprise. No, no, not at all. So yeah, it was the highlight of the day. But yeah, we're very active. In fact, Saturday we're going out on a local highway here that we have adopted, and we're going to go do the highway cleanup and clean up the side of the highway. So
Wow.
yeah, we
So
do a lot.
you guys are really setting an example for the community. And I think what's really important is the fact that you guys are educating the youth, you
Yeah,
know.
we do a lot of children and youth programs. We have Boys State, Boys and Girls State is what it's called now, where the kids go to Sacramento and they actually do a week's worth of mock government. They make their own officers all the way from the president all the way down Senate and so
Wow.
forth, and government, local government and city government, and they go and they actually run it like they do here in your states and so forth. So they learn how to do that. The boys and
Wow.
girls learn how to do that.
Now, do you guys interact with other organizations or posts in other states? Do you guys sometimes unite with these, with other
We
people,
do.
or?
We do at National Convention. We all get together. National Convention means all 50 states get together in one state, and we have a group where it's convention. Everybody gets together and shows their comradeship and their camaraderie to one another.
Yeah, I think that's definitely important. And I'm
We do
glad
that for state level too.
oh, you do.
Yeah,
Okay.
we do it at state. So the whole state of California gets together in one specific place, and all us Californians get to pass resolutions, write resolutions, and then we have our downtime. We all get together and just have fun.
Yeah. And you know what? It sounds like fun. And not only that, it's a good purpose. You're serving the country. And, what do you think with everything that's going on right now? How are these veterans? I mean, how are these veterans supposed to live? I mean, there's so much abuse.
There is.
I have some really good friends that, I mean, are doing so bad in Vegas. And it's just sad to see how they sacrifice so much for us and they get treated the way they get treated.
They get treated like crap. Well, for instance, when my father, he was a Vietnam veteran, two-tour Vietnam veteran. He was a POW for 9 months, special forces. And when he came home from Vietnam, he got spat on.
Wow.
And I just find that very disgraceful, absolutely disgraceful. So, but you have to also understand some of these veterans that are out there want things that way. We have tried, as you know, we
Right.
have stand downs, we have, organizations, local things that we do to help them, coffee and donuts, give them their resources for them to be able to get the help that they want. But you have to want the help first. If you
Right.
don't want the help, then you're not going to follow through and get it.
Right.
But in the same sense, we are still here to help them and get the help that they want. For those that want to follow through and truly take to heart what we do and help them.
Right. You got to have the mental margarita before the margarita, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
And there's a lot of mental health issues. You know,
A lot of it
what?
has to do with PTSD. A lot of these,
Yes.
we're finding more veterans doctors know more about PTSD than civilian doctors. I'm a sufferer of PTSD myself, and nobody knows how to handle me when I have a breakdown, and I go balls to the wall, excuse the phrase, but
Really.
it's really sad. So we need to have a handle on the mental health crisis with especially veterans with PTSD, those that have other issues going on physically. We need to address those issues, and that's what the American Legion stands for. Not just the American Legion. You have the VFW, you have the DAB, you've got the 40 and 8, you've got the cooties, there's so many organizations out there that are for veterans that do this kind of stuff.
Yeah. Now, do you think that there's enough awareness out there for these veterans to know where to go?
I do. We can always push awareness. It doesn't hurt to keep pushing it. I think there's
Right.
enough awareness, but it's just a matter of pushing it and, making sure that just to reaffirm it, and let them know it doesn't matter where you're at in life. We're always here for you.
That's right. And you know what? we always need somebody to be here for us too, because
Mm-hmm.
we all go through things in life.
Yeah.
You know, life is, I
Yeah.
mean, life is tough. So there's times where we have our lows, and you need to have that support. That emotional support is needed.
Right, right. And so, I have my downtime. My personal downtime is my personal downtime. But when I take it, I want no interruptions. That's my time,
It's your time.
right? And I don't mean to sound selfish or greedy, but in order to have a frame of mind, in order to be able to conduct and do the things that I do, I got to have my own personal time too.
Yeah, that's really important.
Hmm.
And I think you said something earlier that really stood out to me. You said, this is not a bar or a lounge. Because let me tell you my own personal experience. I was in the state of Washington. I won't go further into detail, but I got invited. I got a chance to actually be inside, and it was really it was like a club. It was
It's a private club. It's considered a private club. You have to be a guest to
yeah,
be invited in there. There's certain regulations and rules that you need to go by that don't that are some, like you have a public bar and then you've got the private club. So they have they're not expected to have as many restrictions as a city or a county or whatever.
right, right. And I had a good time when I was in there. I mean, like you said, there was a lot of drinking going on. There was a lot of partying and stuff like that. I got to hear some war stories, but I didn't necessarily get the impression that people were really trying to go out there and make a difference. So it is refreshing that you guys are doing that.
Yeah, we don't want a bar. Like I said, it's less drama. And people are quite surprised, like you said, when we tell them we are a dry post. We don't want it. We are very content without it.
Wow, that's great. That is so
Yeah.
great.
And we're more productive without it too.
Now, what is some information you can give to the audience if they're, wanting to get behind this, support some of the stuff that you're doing?
You can go to mylegion.org or calegion.com and calegion.org, excuse me, and go on the website and check it out. We've got American Legion Baseball, where we give out scholarships to kids. A lot of the famous baseball players have been through the American Legion baseball program.
Wow.
We've got Cub Scouts, Boy Scouts. We do a lot of the Boy Scouts. We support them. We support, like I said, a lot of children and youth programs. Go on the websites, check them out, and if you need any information, I'll be willing to give you my personal information if you don't mind, and then people can go ahead and contact me and email me if that's okay.
Absolutely.
All right. It is Yolanda post 491 at gmail.com.
Okay. And that's at gmail.com. So you guys got it. I don't know where I mixed up the 83 from.
That's Merced. I do live in that town, but I don't belong to that post. I drive about half an hour away. That's how much I support my post. I drive half an hour north to be able to do the things I do with the American Legion.
Well, you know what?
I prefer the members I have. I love my guys. My guys were like we're like a family. I mean, they're my big brothers. So, yeah, absolutely.
Well, look, rock on to the Raider Nation to go with that.
Yeehaw, say grandma.
Hey! And listen, Yolanda, there needs to be more people like you, I tell you.
Yeah, a lot of people don't recognize female veterans. So they think that not many females are veterans, and they think I'm in the female end of this organization, and their eyes get as big as saucers when I say, no, sir, or no, ma'am, I'm a veteran. Thank you, though. Wow. Yeah.
And look, we got to thank you one more time. Thank you once again for your service, and thank you for your time on the Mental Margarita Show. Now I think I can have a margarita. You take care now.
You have a great day, and thank you. And it was my honor, sir.
God bless you.
God bless you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Jason Howard. Let me tell you something, man.
AKA Jacino, you know what it is.
AKA what? You know it,
JCino.
baby.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
JCino is in the house.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me, bro.
We go back, man. I want to take it back because, we started out. I think we first connected. Was it in Lucy's Lounge or was it in the
Lucy's
Hard Rock?
Lounge. Yeah,
It started
Lucy's
at
Lounge.
Lucy's.
Yeah, with Jack.
Jack Levy.
Yeah, yep.
That was
Yep.
crazy.
And
Those times.
we did that joint Go Raiders, man, and that shit kind of blew up a little bit, man, and kind of is the reason why I do what I do now for the Raider Nation, man. So, you know what I'm saying? Big shots to you, bro, for that. That was all you.
Oh man, I appreciate it, man. We had such a good time, man. Those days were crazy in Lucy's Lounge, man. We used to get turned up.
Get it in, bro. Get it in. Every Sunday or Monday, whenever we was playing. Miss Jack, miss everybody up there, man. What are they doing now up there, man? Are they still open? I think they closed.
I think I don't know if Lucy's Lounge is a different name or it might be the same, but I haven't been there in a very long time.
Okay.
I know that Jack is probably in Florida right now doing some things. So I don't know if he's gonna be staying there or what. But it was me, it was you, and it was Jimmy. Big shouts out to Jimmy in the building.
Yeah, big shouts out H2O, man. What's up, my boy? Yes, sir.
So tell me, what you got going on musically right now? Because I see that you're doing a lot of things with the Raiders. You got a new joint that's out there. Tell the audience about it.
So it's I joined up with the Bad Guys. I don't know if you're familiar with Vic Bad Guy. But yeah, he has a little group. I kind of collab with them and joined with them. And we got an album out, little mixtape called For the Nation. The first single dropped called Talking Raiders. It's on all platforms. So if you search Talking Raiders, Bad Guys, it's gonna pop up. It's kind of a jazzy little joint, but the mixtape is pretty fire, man. You know what I mean? And it's right in time for the season. And it is what it is. We do what we do. I got some other stuff in the making too. I got a 420 EP I'm dropping after the season. With nothing but 420, 420 music. I got my hands in some things, bro. Ain't shit stopped. You know what I'm saying?
I'm telling you, man, you're a hustler. And you know what?
Yes,
I want to just comment on that joint because I got a chance to listen to it. And what I really loved about it was to me, it's like a one of its kind type of song for the Raiders.
Yeah, definitely.
Most songs that, you're mentioning all the players and stuff like that, the old traditional way of doing it. You guys took a different approach, man. You got the jazz vibe going on.
Yeah,
it's real elegant, man. Yeah. I love that track.
Hey,
that track is hot.
Thank you, brother. Thank you. Yes, sir. Yeah, we kind of wanted to come with something a little different because, like you say, everybody does the same old thing when it comes to the Raider music, and it's only so much you could do. So we just kind of tried to just keep it. It's all still Raider, you could tell, but it's just you know what I mean. We kind of tried to keep it still mainstream so everybody can knock it, not just Raider fans.
Yeah. You guys did a really good job on it.
I appreciate it, bro.
You say something about if you don't say Raiders or something, the end of sentence, something like that. You say
right. So if we ain't talking Raiders, don't finish your sentence.
Don't finish the sentence.
Yes, sir.
I said he's dropping some bars. He's dropping some bars, baby.
Man, ain't nothing changed, bro. I still got it, man. I still got that. I don't think that'll ever leave me, man.
So a lot of people don't know that you're also an entrepreneur in the cannabis industry.
Yes, sir.
And tell me about that transition going from Vegas to Oklahoma.
It's been crazy, man. It's been crazy. Me and my girlfriend, we moved down here 3 years ago. I'm sorry, I'm moving around. I'm just grabbing some stuff so I can show you guys.
Oh, that's cool, man.
Yeah, we moved down here 3 years ago, and we got into the cannabis delivery business. Same as California, we do it the same way. And so we're kind of like the ahead of our curve. So we're like the only ones down here doing it. So it's kind of been pretty good for us. Yeah, it's been pretty good for us. And man, it's just been it's been a wild ride, brother. Like, you know what I mean? The cannabis industry is crazy, crazy fast, crazy growing. So trying to keep up with everything has just been a challenge, and still trying to do the things that I do musically and with the books. And it's been a challenge, bro. But you know what I'm saying? It's been well worth it. You know what I mean? It's definitely been worth it. I can't complain at all, man. I can't complain at all. You know, like it was harder because I'm from the West Coast, and like people down
Right.
here, they're kind of like, you know, instead of trying to collab with me, they view me as competition. And I tried, bro. I was trying to, man, I can do this service for you. I could do it. I went dispensary to dispensary and getting turned down. And I was like, fuck it, man. I'm just gonna do it myself.
Wow.
Yeah.
See, and that's something for people that are watching, you know, being successful, you know, it comes with its ups and downs.
Oh
It comes
man.
with doing a lot of research, and you know, you're gonna fail more than you're gonna succeed, but then once you do succeed, it's because you failed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Oh man.
it's crazy. I'm sure that the learning curve was crazy for you.
Yeah.
What were
Yeah.
some of the things that you had to tell yourself during the process, times when you felt like, you know, maybe giving up?
Well, because like I say, I did it, you know, I've been in the cannabis industry before this, like 15, 16 years. You know, I started in Vegas and I moved to California. So I know how lucrative it could be. And I knew that if I just stayed with it, that eventually that it would pay off. You know what I mean? But it was times that, you know, like I was happy to get $100 a week. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh man, I made $100 this week.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then, you know,
Yeah.
and we've had $40,000 months, you know what I'm saying now,
Right.
you know what I mean? So it kind of changed, and it's all about the perseverance, man. You can't give up no matter how shit looks, no matter how hard it gets, you know, back against the wall, face on the floor, get up, dust yourself off, and, you know, maybe not continue the same way. I've had to keep making changes as I go, you know, see what works. This doesn't work, I take something out, I implement something else. This doesn't work, take that out, move some things around, but you keep grinding, you keep moving, you feel me? That's just the approach that I took it, you know what I mean? That's how I look at it.
You know what, man? You're a guy that's truly inspiring. And one
Thank
thing
you,
that I
bro.
love is that you're multi-dimensional. You're never one-dimensional. You never pigeonhole in one thing. And speaking of which, you have a book. Tell the
Yes, sir.
audience about the book that you have.
Yes, sir. I right here. It's called Raider Nation Adventures with Jay Cino. I'm Jay Cino, and man, it's pretty much a dad trying to take his sons to a football game, and they run into all kind of problems, and he just works on trying to keep his promise. He does whatever he has to do to keep his promise, pulls every trick he can out the bag to eventually get them to the game. And some wild stuff happens to him along the way, man. Honestly, I have a lot of adults hit me up for the book, not just for their kids, but for them as well. I also have an audio visual of the book on YouTube. You guys want to check that out. It's under Bedtime Stories with Jay Cino.
Wow.
Yeah, man, we trying to do some things, bro. Trying to do some things.
That's unbelievable. What gave you the idea to do something so revolutionary? I mean, you know, you hear a lot of, like I said, the traditional format of people that are showing love to Raider Nation. For you to do something like this, man, this really just, it blew my mind when I saw it. I was like, wow, this is really cool.
I honestly, bro, I swear, I can't take the the idea hit me because all the events that I did, and there was nothing really for kids. They do like face painting, and so I ran into this dude at 7-Eleven, and he was getting cigars, and you know, I got the stuff that goes in a cigar, so I'm like, yo, hey, you know that. And then he asked me, you know, I swear to God, then he's like, yo, man, what do you do, brother? And then I told him I do music and I do this, and he's like, have you ever thought about writing books? He's like, I made $270,000 last year on my books and writing children's books. And I was like, nah. And then like the dude gave me his number and contact, put it in my pocket. Months went by, and then I end up cleaning up, and I found this shit. And then I said, man, I was doing bad. And I was like, let me hit this guy up, man. And he kind of like, hey, you doesn't have to be much. And, and I went with it, bro. I went with it. And so my first books were, I got 5 of these Raider Nation Adventures with Jay Cino's. I got 5 editions coming out. The next one should be out around Christmas time. And
that's going.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Thank you, bro. Thank you, man.
I'm very proud of you. And you know what? We're going to be doing a lot of different events and stuff like that in the future. And I would love to incorporate you, maybe some book signings and things.
Hell yeah. Let's do it, bro. Let's do it.
Do you have on doing some of that, like going doing book signings and stuff?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'll actually be in Nashville, Tennessee this weekend, up there doing some stuff. Wow. So yeah, pushing the book.
Yeah. My boy's moving, baby.
Yeah, man. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That's let's talk a little sports right now, man. What's going on with our Raiders, man?
Oh, Sly. Bro, I was so stoked from preseason too, bro. I couldn't, I was like, damn, we undefeated preseason? Like, damn, I could. And then to hear that was the first time in franchise history that we were undefeated preseason. I'm stoked. I'm looking how well coached we were. And then it's like they implemented the starters into the shit and everything fell apart. Everything fell apart, man. I'm not the biggest Derek Carr fan, but I am a Derek Carr supporter. I'm going to support him. But man, he should have played preseason.
You know what? You're starting to see that. Almost if they got a couple of games underneath their belt, it's like they're warming up now. So hopefully, when we go play Tennessee, man, it's going to be a different story.
Right. And when you see some of the if you look at some of those old Patriot teams that Josh McDaniels was calling the plays for, and they started out 0-2 and still won the Super Bowl. So, yeah. So, I mean, it's possible, bro, but it's like,
we got to see.
I think everybody has to step up. Everybody's contract has been extended. You know what I'm saying? So it's just time now, man. There's no more excuses. You know what I mean? None. Like, you getting paid like top in the league. Like, and you got so many weapons. Like, we got come on, man. Like, there's no excuses. It's time to win, bro. It's time to win.
It's time to win. But we know somebody that is winning. That's Jay Cino right here. Mental Margarita show.
Yes, sir.
Where can the fans reach you at? How can they get in contact with you? I want to make sure that we reiterate that.
Man, I'm all over the place, man. But I'm on Facebook, Jason Howard, Jay Cino, Instagram, Cino702. I'm also on Instagram as the author Jason Howard. You guys can hit me up on any channel, man. It doesn't really matter, bro. I answer any of my inboxes. You DM me, I got you. Yeah, I'm just search Jay Cino, bro. I will pop up. JCINO, no dash. JCINO. I'm there.
JCINO. Well, listen, man. I got so much love for you, man. I love you, brother. You be safe. You continue doing what you're doing. Let's definitely link up in the future and do some things together.
Definitely, bro.
I'm gonna buy the book. I'm getting that book, man.
Hey, I got you, man. I got you an autographed copy, bro. So you know what I'm saying. Just shoot me the address, and I got you.
Hey, I appreciate it, man.
Yes, sir. Much love, brother. I appreciate you.
Hey, God bless.
Actually, I'm gonna be in Vegas. Think November, December.
Okay.
So, dude, we got the link, man. Let's do some things.
Let's do some things for sure.
All right, my brother.
You take care, my brother.
You too, bro. Appreciate you having me, man.
All right, man.
Yep.
Hello, Dr. Professor Genius of Life, the Universe, and Everything. You know when you're being tailed by a cop and you're like, what did I do wrong? And you weave a little bit and you're like, what? Did I do something wrong? Because, when we're driving, we're just in the zone, and then suddenly go from 60 to 30 and you missed it. And they're right there. Boom. They're on you. And they pull you over and they get out of the car and they look around, put their sunglasses on and their hat, and they do that little walk to your car. Do you know how fast you were going? Honestly, I didn't. Well, you were weaving a little bit. Well, to be honest, officer, when you're tailing someone right on my butt, we get nervous. I hope you realize that. I mean, of course, you can't be that sarcastic with them. Just say, no, I saw you behind me, so I was wondering if I did something wrong. Just be good. But, at least at least this one was really nice. He left me more of a warning, but there's been other times it's, oh, but don't you have expired tabs? You could have a pedophile in the back seat. Oh, well, I'll give you a warning. Nope, a pedophile, drugs, cocaine, some explosives. Okay, you have a nice day, sir. Your tabs are expired. Oh, it's because of scum like you that this society is falling apart. Yeah, don't you get your tabs expired. You will never hear the end of it. Tabs. But everything else is fair game. Yeah. And don't even bring up all the other issues that, no, I'm not anti-cop. A lot of the cops are great, but you just get that one every now and then. But anyway, Wes Acton, Dr. Professor Genius of Life, the Universe, and everything. I'm here with all the answers. Good day.
Chico, what's happening?
What's up, my man? What's up? What's good?
How you feeling, baby?
Good, baby. Good. Feeling my hands, man. Feeling my hands. I'm good.
Welcome to the Mental Margarita Show. I got my boy Chico, and I'm telling you something, man. For the audience, you guys need to know a couple of things. This man gets busy. He's always on his grizzy. He's always on his grind. He's always making things happen. And I want you to give a little introduction to the audience, Chico. Where you originally from?
What's up, family? Yeah, how y'all doing? My name is Chico. I'm born in the West Indies, South America, Guyana. Grew up in Toronto and New York City, Brooklyn and Queens area. Now, growing up in Brooklyn and Queens taught me a lot. It was a experience that I think not everybody should experience, but it makes you a better man, a bigger man, a tough man, and make you about. I think it builds your character, who you are. Now I reside in Maryland and Baltimore. So, I took what I've learned from each part of them cities that incorporated into what I do now. Now I'm settled in Baltimore doing what I do and took that toolage, and growing up in New York, how it is.
Yeah.
You grow up a lot different from any other city in this country. And it just gives you more character and it gives you that flavor. You know what I'm saying? You just
that flavor, baby.
Yeah, you get flavor from wherever you're from, you get that flavor, So me having a strong West Indian background, Guyanese background, and having that New York and Toronto and all these big cities, DC and Baltimore in me, it just made me who the person I am today, who you see.
Wow,
that's what keeps my grind going.
That's what keeps it going, man. How's the transition now that you're in Baltimore? What are some of the differences being out there?
Well, I've been in Baltimore for quite a bit, quite a bit years on and off. But once you're from New York, you're always from New York,
Right.
That's how. But Baltimore is great. Baltimore, I love Baltimore. It's been good to me. Can't complain, man. Baltimore's been a blessing. It kind of savior in my life, because you know how Brooklyn could get sometimes, man.
Yeah.
But it's got that touch of of the hood, but it's got the suburbs out here, but it's got where that you could rock this town. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Town because I fit in and because of how I was brought up, because it made me more aware out here of the things that I should look out of the sucker shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right. You got to be careful. You definitely got to be careful. That's for real. Now, you're an entrepreneur, and I want the audience to kind of know what are some of the things that you're actually working on. But before we get to that, what was your start?
I started out here in the restaurant business. I started working in the restaurant doing things in the restaurant. Italian restaurant, ran it for a good amount of years. You know, it got up to the ladder where the cat kind of had to let me go because he said to me, "You at the top of the ladder. It was either give me a partnership or let me go." You know, I trained my successors, the son-in-laws.
Right.
You know, so so that was like the slap in the face, kind of like, yo, if I could work for this guy this hard, putting them 60 hours in, I can do that for myself.
Right.
So that's all she wrote. After that, I've been doing business for myself.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? I got into business for myself, doing, promoting parties, ran a bar, bartending. You know, I did all this in a matter of mere years. You know, now, I'm setting foot in bigger ventures with bigger companies and being an ambassador of certain brands, and my own brand in particular, my own business, which kind of like was the stepping stool for me to get where I'm at onto this entrepreneur vision that I have.
Right. And let's dig a little deeper into that vision. What are some of the brands that you're an ambassador of? And go into more detail with your company as well.
First of all, the brand, I'm gonna go into my company first. My company, because that's first and foremost. First of all, Cigar Bana is my company. It's a mobile cigar service. You know, I do setups at golf tournaments, happy hours, wine festivals. I set up a tent, with cigars. I'm a licensed tobacconist. And I learned all this through school, and I've been in the cigar industry for a good while now because I've been smoking cigars. I said, you know what, let me do something I'm passionate about. So I got into the cigar business, and it was like open arms, and it was like love. The money was there, and it's something I'm passionate about, something that I was teaching other cigar smokers too as well. So now, being that I picked up one of my gigs, was kind of a dream gig, working with somebody I followed for years, which Nasir Jones, Nas.
Big Nas in the building, baby.
QB, baby. What?
QB.
Yeah. So Nas is part owner of, Escobar Cigars. I don't know if you see the logo. You see the big E right there. Escobar
Cigars, baby.
So I'm the regional sales director now. That's been about a month now. So I'm bumping that brand, bumping his brand, Great Cigar. Matter of fact, I'm setting shops up in the area to rock with his brand. So, and that's been a blessing to me because I always wanted to work with somebody like Nas, in effect, because, humble guy, ain't braggadocious, and kind of like me, but, when you get popping, you ain't looking for nobody to pat you on the back because you good. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You ain't a clout chaser. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So important.
So when I got hooked up with him and, his VPs and everything, they're like, yo, you the perfect dude for that, man, because you got it popping out here, and people gravitate to you, and that was one of the blessings,
That's right.
So Escobar is I'm pumping that. I'm pumping my brand, Cigar Bana. So when I got another thing going on, I got this app. It's called with a couple brothers from Georgia, Atlanta. It's called Cheers. It's an alcohol delivery app.
Wow.
So during the pandemic, we started that. I invested in early with that. And now we got in different states, Army bases. So it's kind of like the Uber and, the delivery food apps and all that, but for liquor. You know what I'm saying?
Right. That's tight.
So, and, that's all patent, copyright, and everything. That's, off the ground. It's moving slow. It's been about a year now, but, self-constantly, Cheers, look the app up, download on your phone. It's called Cheers app. Got 2 martini glasses on the app, so I'm rocking with that right now. So it's been a good journey out here being in Maryland, in Baltimore area, because I kind of find my legs,
You find your legs
where I can stretch them longer, and now I got the reach where I'm repping major brands, repping my company, and I'm getting a lot of little looks. I got a couple little movie scripts coming through too, cats want me to do little cameos and stuff like that.
Time to go to Hollywood, baby. Come on, Chico, let's go to Hollywood.
Hey, I'm there, dog. Give me Get me there. I'm on the bus. I'm on the plane. Get me on that first class. Forget about it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, things are good, man. I can't complain, man. Coming from, third world country, Guyana, being born in the 70s, growing up Brooklyn.
Blessing.
And it's like, it's like kind of, I'm living the dream. Living the dream. I'm living the dream. Can I cuss on here?
Well, not really, but don't worry. We got to edit it.
Forget about that. Like when people say, living the dream, I feel like I'm living the dream, and I'm gravitating to the dream and letting that dream be more of a reality.
Yes, that's fantastic. And not only that, your son is so talented. Tell me a little bit about your son, because I got to get him on the show as well.
Yeah, you're gonna get him, man. My son, Lil Miguel, Gelly Gel, he go by his rap name. He won a little rap contest out here. I don't want to say Lil because I'm downplaying him, but it was a big thing.
I saw the video. He can spit.
Out of 6 high schools out here, he was number 1. He had like 83% of the votes. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't gonna be like pat my back, but old man, had to pump that. I was rocking behind him. And, our kids is only as good as we push them.
Right.
And as we're there for them. So one of the reasons I stay in Baltimore because he's out here, and I want to watch him grow. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
and
that's important.
He goes to Morgan State University. He's in the 2nd year, but I tell him, look, you ain't gotta be working on 9 to 5, but you gotta learn something in college. You gotta get a degree in some field because me, I ain't had that opportunity. I had a degree out here in the street life. You know what I'm saying? And that's what took my ambition away from a lot of things. Because before high school, college, I was a DJ. I wanted to DJ. I said if I was still DJing from 93 to now, it would have been like Khaled who? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Nah, no disrespect, God, good brother, but real talk. I look back at the pictures of me DJing, and Cash was like, "Yo, you used to pop when you were DJing in high school, making mixtapes and shit in the '90s." And I was like, "Yeah, I can still do it, but I ain't got the patience for it no more. I'm gonna let my little man do that,
Yeah,
rapping and stuff. Yeah, but yeah, he won the rap contest. Back to that story. Out of 6 high schools out here, and he got a little notoriety for that, and I love it. He likes to write. He does photography and everything.
That's great. That's great.
He loves being an artist. He loves being an individual, and that's something I never had the opportunity to do because coming from a single parenthood, my mom's working 2 jobs. She ain't had time to be doing this extracurricular activity, even when it comes to sports. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Because I have to go to school and learn, get the grades. And, if I get kicked out of school, she can't take off her job to get me back in school because so I had to do good on my own. I didn't have that push, but I saw my mother working and struggling hard, so I had to do better. You know what I'm saying? Like all of us that grew up in a street life, or even in cities like Brooklyn, so certain parts of Queens, we had to do good by our own because our parents were trying to put food on the table, clothes on our back. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
So now I have the opportunity to push him with his craft, push my son with his art, tell him to write, get grades. Don't even worry about working, don't worry about having money or nothing like that. I'm good. Your pops is good. I got you. But I'm not going to spoil you. I'm still going to teach you life lessons. But I know you have opportunities that was not given to me or kind of like snatched from me because, I had to grow up quick, like most cats I grew up with.
Right. Exactly. So it's good that you're instilling those values to him, and you can see that it's paying off.
Oh yeah.
Now let me ask you something. If someone wants to follow him and also follow you, how do they follow you guys?
I'm on IG. It's Chico Suave One Love on IG, or Cigarbana on IG, CIGARBANNA. And to follow my son, it's Gelly Gel, GUELLY at Instagram. That's how you can follow him and some of his music. So he said to me the other day, like, "Dad, I got more followers than you. You know that? You got these little kids following you, man. Get out of here." So I like the fact that he likes the confidence, you know, because that's what we got to instill our kids, you know what I'm saying? Because the confidence
They got to have
is
that
everything.
confidence.
They're the future leaders, you know. That's the key to the future, you know. And if they ain't confident, you know, what good is it? We as parents raising our kids, you know what I'm saying? We gotta keep confidence, you know. Like I didn't have the confidence to be on a stage like how he does, but he grabbed that mic and he a natural. Smile from ear to ear, and he's like, I'm like, damn, can't really doing it.
He's
you know
got that.
Like,
yeah, he
and
does.
Like, he's really doing it. I was like, that's like me up there, you know. So I did that, you know, and it made me feel good though. But it's like
makes you feel really good.
It's a compliment to everything to me, and it makes me feel proud that, like, you know, I'm doing a good job, halfway decent. I'm halfway there with him. You know what I'm saying?
You are. You're doing a great job. You're a great man. I can't wait to invest into the company and be able to enjoy some of these cigars with you. I think it's going to be fantastic. We definitely got to meet up at some point. You got to come out to Vegas.
Oh, no doubt. I love Vegas, man.
You got to come out to Vegas.
I was in Vegas like 2-3 times a year, bro. I love Vegas. It's just that flight, bro. That 5-hour flight.
I know. That'll be killing my knees.
And I'm like, if they got a shuttle 3 hours, boom, you know, Mach 3 and shit going, I'm there. You know?
Yeah.
I definitely gotta make it out there. I miss Vegas. I like Vegas. It's a fun town.
Well, listen, man, we got so much love for you, man, and I appreciate you coming on the Mental Margarita Show, my brother. And you stay up, man, and God bless you, man.
Appreciate you having me, man. You know, one love, you know, Escobar Seeds, Escobar Cigars, Cigar Bana. You know, keep the ear on Escobar Cigars because Nas gonna be featured on Cigar Spirits magazine next month, and that's when that Escobar cigar blow up, baby. It's gonna be Escobar season all day long. One love, man.
In the word of Nas, one love.
One love always, baby. Thank you, Sly. Appreciate you.
Starstruck, here's a sprinkle of the stardust. Hold your champagne glass and your cigars up. See the guys with mob ties drive the cars up. Bright lights, most nights they buy the bars up. Candy coated Chevy cars on the highway. It's Frankie baby, it's on and this is my way. Dean Martin at the Sands this Friday. With Sammy Davis, here's a little hint where I stay. The city shines like Liberace's mansion. And you know Elvis had the whole city dancing. Showgirl silhouette steady prancing. Shout out to June, just the Copa Girls anthem. Legal gambling, yeah, that would tempt me. The Sin City, holy water couldn't cleanse me. And Wayne Newton had the crowd in a frenzy. Live at the Stardust, the seats never empty. Now if you having a good time in Las Vegas, at the count of 3, I want to hear you scream, Viva Las Vegas. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Viva Las Vegas! And Main Street was the official local beer stop. Enough slot machine noise to make your ears pop. The cigarette girl